It all comes down to this, an FA Cup final and a handful of Premier League games remaining. Liverpool are on the brink of a domestic double. If we're going to do it though, it's vital we collect 3 points from our opening game of the episode, away from home against our title rivals Manchester City. It's the usual starting 11 barring a couple of changes, one of those being Murillo, who comes into Tomori with Konate, a little bit fatigued, as does Luis Diaz on the right hand side, who comes in for Chiesa, who drops to the bench. So here we go then, an absolutely monumental clash to kick off this season finale. At the moment, we sit 8 points behind Manchester City, but we do have a game in hand. We win here today, and we win the game in hand, and we've only got 2 points separating us with a handful of games remaining. Yankuto for Manchester City into Phil Foden, who looks to try and go past Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, a left-back who's been so good for me in the opening 18 months. Seems to have struggled a little bit down that left-hand flank over the course of the last 6. I wonder whether or not age is starting to catch up with the Scotsman. It's that man Robertson, though, who picks it up and floats a nice little ball out to Trent on the right-hand side. Lovely touch into Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz now has an option of Cody Gakpo. Can't find him. Frankie de Jong, someone who was on Manchester United's radar only a couple of seasons ago, now seemingly plying his trade on the other side of Manchester. Tries to thread a ball through to Haaland, but it was well read by Tomori. Robertson, the left-back, once again, eager to make me eat my words here, driving forward down that left-hand side. Victor Boniface steers it over to Diogo Jota. Jota looking for the ball into Cody Gakpo. Not a good enough ball. Nathan Ake clears it away, but Jota will pick up the scraps once again, looking for the big man Boniface. Shrugs off one challenge, shrugs off 2, looks to bend it round the corner. Ederson forced into his first save of the game. Good chance, first real chance of the game, it must be said, with 25 minutes in. We've really struggled to carve out any clear-cut opportunities. Neither team has been able to in a fairly quiet, nervy affair so far here at the Etihad. Gavardio on the left-hand side being hunted down by James Ward-Prowse, but the Englishman can't get there ahead of him. And now Jeremy Doku floats a wonderful ball into Erling Haaland. That is absolutely sensational. Gaping holes in my defence, absolutely no defenders to be seen in the penalty area, and you cannot give a man of his quality that much time and space to pick his spot, but still it was absolutely unbelievable. He had the time to take the ball down, but instead he just hit it first time, and that is wonderful. World-class strike from a world-class player. 1-0 Manchester City. Difficult opening 30 minutes it's been so far here from Liverpool. This has really not been what we were looking for, and as you can see with Andy Robertson already picking up an injury, this has not been the start that I was hoping for. Jota trying to muscle his way through. Yankuto gets there before him though. Boniface wins the ball back though in a good position. Looks to cut it back into that man Jota. Floated in, looking for Cody Gakpo! Oh, it's over the bar. And with me not wanting to take any risks, I am making an early sub. Robertson will come off. He'll be replaced by Melvin Bard. McAllister, though, who's been pretty quiet so far, plays it out to Gakpo, into Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz looking for the ball through. Once again, it's blocked off by a stubborn Manchester City defence here, but McAllister plays into James Ward-Prowse, looks to loop it over into the path of Victor Boniface. Just a little bit too much on that ball. Beginning of the second half, though, and we have all the work to do. This is a scoreline that we cannot afford to lose. 1-0 down here. We've got to get 2. We've got to get the 3 points. Otherwise, we can kiss our Premier League title chances goodbye. Kaio Tomori under pressure, loses the ball under pressure. The press from Manchester City is absolutely relentless here as they look to try and see if they can double their lead on home soil. Phil Foden picks it up, just goes his way past Murillo. It's Andy Robertson. No, sorry, I took him off. It's Melvin Bard with a good challenge. My defence all over the place still. Fortunately enough, the goalkeeper comes out to save us. Into Jota. Jota finds Victor Boniface. Victor Boniface was looking for the ball over to Cody Gakpo. Instead finds it to Luis Diaz, who's straight offside. Well, I know there's only 56 minutes on the clock, but as you can see, once again, I am ringing the changes. It's a triple change. Gordon, Nunez, and Dominic Szoboszlai all coming on. Let's see whether or not they can have any impact here, but at the moment, it is still Manchester City who are taking control, taking command of this game, and looking the more likely of the two teams to score a second here. Frankie de Jong out to Jeremy Doku on the left-hand side. Trent comes across with a good challenge, but the Englishman's pathways forward are blocked off here. Plays it short to Alexis McAllister. It's so poor from every single player in a Liverpool shirt so far. Trent has it once again. Back into Alexis McAllister. Looking to do a little bit better with his passing there, and he does do a lot better. Plays it into the left-back Melvin Bard, who tries to play it forward into Victor Boniface. Looking for a ball over to Darwin Nunez. Has the big man stayed on side? He has. He's in the box. It's saved by the goalkeeper. He gets a second attempt, and in the second attempt, he finds the back of the net. What an impact this man is having off the bench time after time. He's getting huge goals for Liverpool, and he's done it once again here at the Etihad. Well, I thought the chance chance was gone with the save from Edison, but fortunately enough, it came right back into his path, and he was not going to miss from there. Another wonderful goal to add to his ever-growing tally, as Darwin Núñez gets us back on level terms, 1-0. Well, 20 minutes left remaining on the clock, and it is all to play for here in Manchester. Both teams, I'm sure, will be looking to get the victory. It's even more important for us, but it's even more important that we don't go and concede another goal here, as Jeremy Doku drives into the box. Trent frantically trying to come back to cover him off. Instead, it gets played back to Bernardo Silva. McAllister in the right place at the right time, wins the ball back, and all of a sudden, this game is really starting to get stretched as he tried to play an audacious ball through to Anthony Gordon. It was intercepted though. Dominic Szoboszlai into Melvin Bard. We're playing the ball out from the back here as Anthony Gordon looks for the run of Victor Boniface. Can he find the run of the big man? He can. He manages to get there first, loops it in for that man. Darwin Núñez can't get his head on it. Victor Boniface will try and win it back. He does. Plays it into Anthony Gordon. Throws it back into the box. Looks for Darwin Núñez. It's off the bar. Well, influential. That's the only way I can describe that man's performances since coming in off the bench, as McAllister floats the ball over to Anthony Gordon. He's got to win the head. He does win the head. Melvin Bard looks to play it back to the left winger. He does play it back. Now it's Boniface into Darwin Núñez. Has he managed to hold on to his run? He has! Oh my goodness! Darwin Núñez has won it at the death. There's literally a second left on the clock. And on as a sub, the super sub has done it once again. It's his second goal of the game. Liverpool are taking 3 points back to Anfield. The Ep8 is silenced. It was an incisive counter-attack, and I thought Darwin Núñez had just strayed offside, but somehow, someway, the big man just about managed to keep himself on. He was played on by the left-back, would you believe it? And what a strike it was. Such composure, such fabulous finishing. 2-1 Liverpool. What a way to end an unbelievable second half, and a wonderful way to claim 3 points. A real shot in the arm to our Premier League campaign. That man's performances of late have been nothing short of sensational. Liverpool win 2-1. He's overtaken Cody Gakpo in the goal-scoring charts, now up to 14 in 31 appearances, but most of those have actually come off the bench. And with another title rival in Arsenal, our very next game up next back at Anfield, I think he's done enough, based on his last few appearances, to warrant a place in the starting 11. And that is why he will replace Cody Gakpo to partner Victor Boniface as the Dutchman drops to the bench. Another man, though, who will get a start, an unlikely start, is that of Melvin Bard, because it turns out the injury to Andy Robertson was actually more serious than I thought. A broken toe will keep him out for the remainder of the season. Another big game and another huge 3 points are needed here at home. We summoned every ounce of character that we had available to us to get the job done in the dying seconds of the game against Manchester City. We've got to hope that it doesn't take that long to get the victory here against Arsenal. Alexis McAllister to burst through the centre and looking for the man of the moment. Darwin Núñez plays a lovely ball out to Jota, who's playing on the right-hand side this time, and the Portuguese drives into the box. He's looking for the cutback of Victor Boniface, looks for the cutback, can't quite find him. The big man, though, at the second attempt, manages to get onto it. 6s and 7s at the back for Arsenal, and you cannot give the big man that sort of opportunity right on the penalty spot, because he will take it with aplomb, and that's exactly what he did. I was waiting for the cutback. The Arsenal defence did a good enough job of putting bodies on the line and getting in the way, but they just weren't strong enough. He shrugged off the challenge, and he just placed a wonderful side-footed shot into the bottom right-hand corner to give Liverpool a 1-0 lead early doors. Into Vlahovic. Vlahovic takes it on, looking to respond quickly for Arsenal, but Konate comes across with a good challenge. It's a lovely ball back into him, though, and the linesman just puts his flag up. We can count ourselves very lucky. Onto for Liverpool. Back into James Ward-Prowse. Who would have thought back in January when I signed him he would become an ever-present in my starting 11, but it's been a really, really good opening few months here for the Englishman. It's not really been a particularly good month, though, for my offside line, because the amount of times I've been caught offside so far in this career mode is absolutely unbelievable here. Trent, though, out wide to Jota. Jota feeds it forward into that man Darwin Núñez, who took on a lovely little touch, plays it into Victor Boniface, who also took it on very well, looks to line up the strike. The goalkeeper, Raya, palmed it out into a dangerous position, but there was no red shirt to be found. That's a Rabiot. Into Bruno Guimaraes. This is a very new look Arsenal here today. Vlahovic out to Saka on the right hand side. Lazari again. Now Arsenal building, starting to work their way back into this game, but Kwanzaa comes across with a big challenge. Doubles up with Melvin Bard, eager to impress in the absence of Andy Robertson with a fine challenge. Melvin Bard, the left back, though, is the man who has it once again. Lays it down the line into the path of Anthony Gordon, flips it over the top into the box. In the end, it's headed clear, though, by the Arsenal defence. 1-0 at half-time. The scoreline exactly where we would want it, but I'm sure in the second 45 we would love another goal to just ease the nerves and the tension here at Anfield. Jota, though, tries to thread it through into the path of Darwin Núñez. Does a really good job of doing so. He plays it back into his strike partner, Victor Boniface, looking to double our lead and to double his goal-scoring tally, but the goalkeeper with a flying save. The set-piece specialist, though, James Ward-Prowse, will take the resulting corner, flings it in, looking for Kwanzaa, who heads it over the bar. Lazari, though, for Arsenal. Oh, that's a wonderful ball over to Vlahovic, a defence-splitting pass. The striker takes it on himself. That is absolutely outrageous from the big man up front. Shades of James Maddison earlier on in the season when Spurs played us. Vlahovic has done the exact same thing. He had no other options whatsoever. Knew he was beaten for pace. Knew my defenders were tracking him, so took it on himself. And my goodness, what a fabulous goal, much to my frustration, as Liverpool are pegged back 1-1 here. It's Victor Boniface, though. Plays it short into James Ward-Prowse. We've got to do something once again to try and arrest this positive momentum that Arsenal have now built up. Anthony Gordon, though, has strayed offside yet again. And so, with about 25 minutes left remaining on the clock, as you can see, ringing the changes, 4 to be precise. It's Cody Gakpo's time to try and see if he can be a super sub. As it is for Mo Salah, he comes on, along with Luis Diaz and Dominic Szoboszlai. Kwanzaa, short into Dominic Szoboszlai, looks to play it across to the right-hand side into Trent. Does play a good ball into the right back, who plays it into Cody Gakpo, reuniting with his usual strike partner in Victor Boniface, though. Good defending from Bremer. David Raya tries to whack that one clear, only as far as Martinez, but it's well won by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Konate to bring this one forward, feeds in a ball to James Ward-Prowse. The Englishman looking for the run, finds a run of Victor Boniface, who stayed onside. Victor Boniface finds the back of the net, and the big man has restored Liverpool's lead with 10 minutes left remaining on the clock. We've been working hard in training to try and better time our forward runs, and that was beautifully timed by Victor Boniface, completely ghosted in between the two Arsenal centre-backs, and the bench are delighted just as much as he is as we restore our 2-1 lead. Vlahovic back into Odegaard on the sub. Odegaard took it from distance, inspired clearly by his striking partner Vlahovic, but he didn't have the same outcome. Victor Boniface has come short, looking to thread a ball through to Cody Gakpo. Well, we are deep into stoppage time here, and I've only got one thing on my mind, and that is to hold firm. Hold on to this victory. I don't really care about scoring anymore, and neither does the referee, because he calls time. On a fiery encounter here at Anfield, the COP wave their flags high because they know back-to-back huge victories are now confirmed. A 2-1 victory against Manchester City, a 2-1 victory here against Arsenal. It's another huge 3 points in the bag. And with us beating Brighton 3-1 away from home in our very next game to get our third victory of the episode, with just 2 games left remaining in the Premier League, we are now level on points with Manchester City, and it is all to play for. Before we do that, though, we have the small task of an FA Cup final at Wembley against our arch rivals Manchester United to get through, and our first opportunity in this career mode of our first piece of silverware. And here is your starting 11 for this game. In spite of Tomori being heavily fatigued, he is my best centre-back. He must start alongside Konate. The only other change is really, of course, Melvin Bard coming in, and Jota starting on the right, Gordon on the left. The big one, though, is Darwin Núñez, with his fine form, gets the nod ahead of Cody Gakpo up front. Well, what a game to play. What a fiery FA Cup we've got in front of our eyes here. 2 arch rivals are going to be at each other's throats here at the biggest stage of them all, inside Wembley, the biggest arena here in England, as Diogo Jota skips past one challenge, throws the ball into the box, looking for the head of one of my attackers. Can't quite get there, though. This game starting off well in Liverpool's favour as Alexis McAllister tries to win the ball back high, ends up losing it, though. Nacho will take a quick throw, though, into Hinchelwood, but Trent wins the ball back well, plays it into Jota. Jota looks for the ball into Darwin Núñez. He's got offside. I knew it as soon as I played the ball. There's Bruno Fernandes in the centre. He's got the option of Icardi, who's playing up front for United, plays it back into Luca Romero. Nice play between the two of them, but there's no real other options for Manchester United in the end, so they have to play it back. But Bruno Fernandes plays a wonderful ball into Garnacho. Alisson with an unbelievable save to keep them at bay. It should have been 1-0. I've got to hold my hands up. That was a wonderful piece of play from Manchester United, and they will count themselves so unfortunate that they haven't been able to find the back of the net. They're going to try and see if they can do it a second time here, though. The ball is into the box. Konate heads it clear, and in the end, the referee blows. It's not a penalty. No, I think it was offside. Anthony Gordon inside, plays it to Alexis McAllister. It looks like he's got ample space here to wriggle away from one challenge. Looks to wriggle away from 2. Plays it out to Darwin Núñez, who plays it across to Diogo Jota. Cuts back in field for the man at the moment, Darwin Núñez. Can't get past Lenny Yoro, though. Hinchelwood to Garnacho on the left-hand side. So far here of the two teams, Looks like United have carved out the better opportunities, and Garnacho's going to look to try and see if he can carve out another one as he goes past Trent on the left-hand side, goes inside, looking for Icardi, lovely little ball into Bruno Fernandes. Where is my defence? Nowhere to be seen. Alisson comes out with another flying save. United keep the ball alive though, back into Bruno Fernandes. Alisson will not be beaten. Well, I think Alisson, in terms of goalkeeping skill, is just in a world of his own. He is clearly the best goalkeeper on the planet, and just as I say that, he's gone and let one in at the near post. The header from Icardi was too powerful, even for the man on the line who didn't control it well enough. And Manchester United, you could argue, have taken a deserved lead. A good ball into the box, the header was there, my defenders were beaten. Who was it that was on the line? I think it was Jota. Could he have done more? You could argue he could have done, but he was just too slow to react. And in the end, frustratingly for all at the Kop, Manchester United take the lead 1-0. Well, we've got a habit, I have got a habit on this career mode of making life difficult for myself and giving away really soft goals in pivotal moments and in pivotal games. And once again, I've gone and done the exact same thing here as Victor Boniface plays it into Darwin Núñez, looks to shrug off the challenge of the defender. Once again, though, Lenny Yoro standing tall. Alexis McAllister in the centre of the park, wriggling around, trying to find space, finds Melvin Barr, the left back infield to Victor Boniface. Victor Boniface looking for the run of Anthony Gordon, can't quite find him, he's brushed off though, skips away from one challenge, and the big man, we know he's got power in his shoes to line up a strike from distance, and he forces Onana into his first real save of the game. The second half is upon us, and once again it's been a tight and cagey affair here between these two arch rivals, but unfortunately for me, Manchester United are the ones that are in the ascendancy at the moment. They have the lead, and once again we have it all to do as they throw it into the box. It's a good ball in. Icardi though can't get there ahead of Fikayo Tomori. Alexis McAllister looks to bring it forward, does bring it forward, out to Anthony Gordon on the left hand side. The left midfielder skips central though, and is absolutely hacked down by Dunn, the right back. The Englishman is still down as he picked up an injury here as Alexis McAllister tries to drive down the centre of the park, plays it into Darwin Núñez, nice little touch away from the defender, flips it into the box looking for Victor Boniface. James Ward-Prowse tries to get onto the scraps, but there's no one there. But it's Garnacho for the Red Devils here down the left hand side. Konate can't get his foot on the ball, instead it's Icardi into the box once again, and he plays it in, but Alisson once again is equal to it. This man is keeping us in this game. Bruno Fernandes, Nuno Mendes, the left back, finding himself in a central position, plays it to Garnacho, across to Luca Romero once again. Luca Romero goes past one player, goes past two, and drags his strike wide. With 25 minutes left remaining on the clock though, once again it is time to ring the changes. 4 to be precise. All of them attacking. Let's see if they can spark any sort of life into my team. Alexander-Arnold to Alexis McAllister here. Out to one of those substitutes in. Mo Salah plays it short into Darwin Núñez. Núñez looks for the ball into another one in Cody Gakpo, but I knew he'd strayed offside. It's Nuno Mendes, the left back, plays a lovely ball through into Garnacho. He's clean through here, takes on the strike. Alisson yet again keeping them at bay. I don't know what we would do without the towering Brazilian in between the sticks. He has been monumental this season in all departments as Icardi, who's led the line so well for United, desperate to get his second goal, was just inches away from doing so. Luis Diaz, another substitute, an attacking substitute, has actually come on at left back for me in my bid to try and get as many attacking players onto the pitch as I can possibly be. And now Diogo Jota, one of those attacking players, will look to play a ball through into Cody Gakpo, who just didn't read it at all. Jota, central into Alexis McAllister. We're rapidly running out of time here. The Argentinian goes past one, looks to go past two, does go past two, into the box he goes all the way by himself. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely incredible. The midfield general who has been sensational for me across 2 seasons has come up trumps exactly when I need him to. It's arguably the most important moment and the most important goal in his entire Liverpool career. He went past one, he went past two, and he rifled a shot into the top left-hand corner to bring parity back to the scoreline. 1-1 here at Wembley. Bruno Fernandes though, with just a couple of minutes left on the clock, Konate wins the ball back. Is this going to be another Manchester City moment when we're going to be beating them in the last seconds of the game? We try and play a ball through there from Cody Gakpo, but Darwin Núñez couldn't quite get on the end of it. The referee's looking at his clock here, deep into stoppage time. It's now Manchester United who are bringing players forward here. Doggy on as a substitute on the right-hand side. Plays it into Nuno Mendes, completely unmarked in my midfield. Have gone AWOL here as the referee calls time on the 90. And so another 30 minutes it will be. Extra time is upon us here at Wembley, and this is our chance now to get ourselves back into the lead as Darwin Núñez shrugs off the challenge. Oh my goodness, I thought that was about to nestle into the top right-hand corner. Let's check the replay out. He did a wonderful job of getting that one, and he struck it with absolute venom. It looks like he was just inches away from getting us into the lead. Konate with a driving run from his own half inside the Manchester United half, and then is absolutely hacked down by Ugarte. But he did a wonderful job of winning the ball back, and now United, with a few of my defenders out of position, have the opportunity now to try and bring the ball forward, but they haven't taken advantage of it. The attack has slowed down, and McAllister has won it back in a really good position. Mo Salah now to feed it into Cody Gakpo. The Dutchman is in here. Can he go all the way by himself? Takes it on with his left. He's done it. Cody Gakpo in the last minute of the first half of stoppage time. Cody Gakpo has potentially crushed Manchester United hearts and has potentially taken Liverpool all the way to the FA Cup glory. Cody Gakpo picked it up. He still had a lot of work to do. He had two men in front of him, and somehow from that angle he managed to find a route past the goalkeeper right into the right hand side of the net, and the Dutchman has brought us back in the lead 2-1. Nuno Mendes at the beginning of the second half of extra time, and now the tables have turned. It's United that have all the work to do here, and they're the ones that have to press forward and try and find an equaliser. Oh my goodness, they were so close to doing it so early doors, and look at the celebrations. That man Alisson has had a wonder game. He's had a wonder season, and don't those defenders know it? They count their lucky stars that they've got the big Brazilian in between the sticks as it's thrown into the box. He came out, but Trent with a powerful header away. Only out as far as Hato. Nice little flick into the bottom. Bruno Fernandes plays it across once again into Joshua Zirkzee, who takes it on. Alisson with a save. Oh my goodness, I thought I was about to lose the ball back to the striker, but yet again the goalkeeper in the right place at the right time. Jota looking to feed it through, does feed it through into Darwin Núñez, out wide now into Luis Diaz, trying to see if we can hit United on the counter-attack. It's played into the path of Cody Gakpo, who just took a touch away from goal. That wasn't the touch I was looking for. We've kept the attack alive though, with Trent on the right hand side, out to Mo Salah, his last FA Cup appearance, throws it into the box. Oh, what an assist that would have been if he'd managed to find the head of Cody Gakpo, but it's Jota will pick it up. It's blocked off by the defender, out for a Liverpool corner. But I'm totally wrong, because it's not a corner. Instead, it is full time. The referee decides to call time on the game, and Liverpool have beaten their arch rivals in the final of the FA Cup. Mo Salah has a trophy to depart Liverpool with, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, as he lifts the FA Cup, has another trophy to add to his ever-growing cabinet. And after following that up with a 2-1 victory at home against West Ham, we are level on points with Manchester City heading into the final game of the Premier League. It's a game that Andy Robertson's going to miss through injury, our captain Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to miss through suspension, and that Anthony Gordon's going to miss due to him also breaking his toe and being out for the next 3 months. And it's one that they're all going to be absolutely devastated to miss, because as you can see, we've gone from one game against our arch rivals to another. The final game of the Premier League is going to be against Everton at Goodison Park. It's going to be our arch rivals are going to be the team to try and put a stop to our Premier League title fight. Can we get a monumental victory? And with it being the last game of the season, although Tomori is really running on fumes, he will keep his place at the back with the likes of Melvin Bard and Connor Bradley having to fill in for some of my better defenders. As you can see, though, the big talking point is Mo Salah in his final game in a Liverpool shirt gets a start against our arch rivals. Oh, how much he would love to put in a fantastic performance today. It's a huge game here with 10 minutes on the clock. We've got to try and better Manchester City's result. But even if we do, and even if we do get the 3 points, it still may not be enough as the ball is thrown into the box. The goalkeeper equal to it though. Melvin Bard short into James Ward-Prowse. Turns it around the corner into Alexis McAllister. Out wide to that man Mo Salah. First touch into the path of Victor Boniface. The big man takes the strike on. Forces the goalkeeper into a save. Of course it is going to be the set piece specialist to take the corner. Throws it in. Looks for the head of that man Victor Boniface. Can't quite find him though. Alexis McAllister will pick up the scraps. Lines up the strike with his left. Deflected another corner. James Ward-Prowse to take. All of the pressure and the momentum is on Liverpool's side here. Thrown into the box. Good header from Konate. The keeper equal to it once again though. Mo Salah wins it well. Good play from the Egyptian here. McAllister threads it forward into Cody Gakpo. Across into Victor Boniface. Takes it really nicely. Shifting around, trying to find an option. Instead finds Mo Salah on the left-hand side. The Egyptian looking to switch it on his left. Looking for an audacious strike here. Weaving around. Looking for space. Finds space. Looks to line it up. He does! Oh my goodness. I thought that was about to nestle in the top left-hand corner, and so did he, judging by that reaction. Our third corner of the game. James Ward-Prowse to take. Piling on the pressure in the Everton penalty area. It's thrown in only out as far as Alexis McAllister on the volley. away, and Alexis McAllister is the man to give us a 1-0 lead here at Goodison Park, 30 minutes on the clock. Well, he had an opportunity on the edge of the box about 10 minutes ago that was deflected. This time he makes no such mistake, took it wonderfully on the volley, and he found space, drilled it low. The goalkeeper had no chance, and he's given us a deserved 1-0 lead. Out to Mills on the right-hand side. Everton play it central, and they're trying to see if they can respond quickly here, but at the moment, my defence and my midfield holding firm. James Ward-Prowse plays it into the path of Mo Salah, the Egyptian, running onto it. He's had a decent game so far, but losing the ball in that position is not something that you would expect a man of his quality of former years to do. And it just goes to show that his time surely is up here at Liverpool. James Ward-Prowse back out to that man, Mo Salah. He's waiting for the overlapping run of Conor Bradley. Finds the run of Conor Bradley, who lays it back on a plate for Mo Salah. And once again, he's looking for the audacious. Oh my goodness, once again, he was so close. But once again, the goalkeeper's equal to it. He's really looking for that picture-perfect goal on his last appearance in a Liverpool shirt. Oh, how fitting it would be as it's thrown into the box. Tomori with the header. The goalkeeper is on fire. How are Everton still only 1-0 down? It beggars beyond belief here how somehow we haven't managed to get a second, as finally we do. This time it's Cody Gakpo who loops it over the goalkeeper, and he looks to the skies in celebration. Well, we're doing the job on our end once again. It's a lovely ball in from James Ward-Prowse, causing havoc all over the pitch. Cody Gakpo this time is the man who rises highest, and a wonderful looping header that the goalkeeper this time just could not do anything about. Great head, great goal, 2-0. Everton have got a free kick though right on the stroke of half-time. It's Dwight McNeil who's going to line this one up. It looks like he's going to try and take it. He does take it from distance. Soft and tame, easy for Alisson. The second half begins and it is 2-0 to Liverpool. Everything is going in our favour. The only thing that I do not know is what is the score with Manchester City in the other game. There's nothing we can do though to stop Manchester City. All we can do is try and take care of our own destiny, and we are doing just that here at the moment with Alexis McAllister looking to add a third here. Cody Gakpo right on the edge of the box, weaving around, looking for that ball into Victor Boniface. It isn't meant to be though. Nice ball out to the left-hand side to Dwight McNeil. So far, Everton have been completely and utterly toothless up front, and it just goes to show once again with a crunching challenge from Kanate that trend continues here as Alexis McAllister looks to throw a looping ball over to Jota on the left-hand side. It's nodded down into the path of Victor Boniface. Cody Gakpo takes it on. Cody Gakpo with his right forces the keeper into another save. James Ward-Prowse once again. Both of my goals so far have come from his corners, and it's thrown in once again. This time Kanate can't get on the end of it. Alexis McAllister will though, looking for his second goal of the game. It's blocked off though away from the Everton defence. Everton though starting to up the ante here, starting to make their way into my half. That's a wonderful ball over the top, looking for Mateta. Well read though in the end by Kanate. Alexis McAllister all the way out, looking for Mo Salah. He shrugged off the ball though. As I said before, Mo Salah of old would not be shrugged off oh so easily. Barkowski out to Chao Henrique. It's Decore who picks it up though, and the left back does manage to get onto the scraps, but this time Mo Salah does win the ball back, and the Egyptian now driving to the edge of the box. Is this his moment? Is this his time? Mo Salah into the box he goes. Mo Salah gets the goal that he and the rest of the COP have been so desperately craving. The Egyptian, who is an icon here at Liverpool, finally gets his chance to say goodbye properly. He looks to the floor and he points to the skies. He's absolutely delighted. He's worked so hard here today. His performances haven't been at the required level all season, but today he's been absolutely wonderful. He's made for the big occasions, and once again he stepped up when he needed to. What a fabulous and fitting way to say goodbye to the Liverpool faithful. Liverpool lead 3-0. Alexis McAllister though back into Diogo Jota, who plays a wonderful ball through into Cody Gakpo. The Dutchman in now. The Dutchman takes on a strike, forces the keeper into a save, and Everton now just holding on for dear life. James Ward-Prowse now on the edge. Where on earth is the Everton midfield? The Englishman lined up a shot, looking for the audacious strike. Couldn't quite find the back of the net though. Jota wins it well. We're pressing so high here. Everton just all over the place defensively. Somehow they managed to clear their lines here. The referee is looking to his watch as we are deep into stoppage time. This game really starting to get stretched here, but Everton have offered absolutely nothing going forward. This is their last chance of the game, but the referee puts them out of their misery. But as I shake the hand of Sean Dyche and I salute the travelling support, what is going to be the outcome over the other side of Manchester? Unfortunately for me though, it's not a positive one, because after beating Newcastle United 2-1 away, City once again regain their title. Just like in real life, Liverpool pushed them all the way, losing on goal difference. It's absolute heartbreak, and it just goes to show with the likes of Mo Salah departing, with the likes of Anthony Gordon still yet to be firing on all cylinders, and the fact that none of my attacking players have managed to hit the 20 goal mark this season, we still need some improvements in attacking areas. areas. That is going to be that for the end of today's episode, though, in the end of Season 2. I hope you're going to join me for the beginning of Season 3, because in spite of us going all the way in the Premier League, I'm hoping that we can go one step further and win the lot in Season 3. Thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.